Hey, good afternoon. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. Been such an awesome week with Purim and all the festivities on Sunday and Shushan Purim. And here we are, it's already the end of the week. So on to the portion of Tzav. Tzav is the name of the portion. Tzav means to command. The word mitzvah, root word is from Tzav, which comes from the Aramaic word of tzavta v'chibur, to connect. That through the mitzvah, through the commandments, we connect to the Almighty. We become closer to Hashem. One of the verses in this week's Torah portion is the verse, the biblical commandment that says like this: Eish tamid tukad al hamizbeach lo yisichbe. That there was a biblical commandment that there has to be a constant fire on the altar in the Beit HaMikdash that can never be extinguished. Even when they weren't bringing sacrifices, the fire burned constantly on the altar. And the question is, why is that a biblical commandment? And what's the message to us on a more spiritual and esoteric level? And the rabbis, the Chassidic masters, tell us like this. You see, as we learned in Exodus, every Jew, every human being is a Beit Mikdash Ma'at, is like a little temple. Each one of us is a little temple that houses the Almighty. Our soul is a piece of God within us, and our bodies house God in it. And what's the altar in the Beit HaMikdash? That's our hearts. The heart that we have, that's warm, that's passionate, that's excited to God. That is our altar. And what the verse is really telling us is that Eish Tamid Tukad al Mizbeach lo Tichbeh. If you want to be connected to Judaism, if you want Judaism to thrive, if you want to have a relationship with God, if you want a continuity of Judaism, what you need more than ever is Eish Tamid Tukad al Mizbeach. Our heart has to always be full of passion, full of fire, full of love, imbued with excitement and enriched with a love for the Almighty, for Judaism and for godliness. That's the message of this verse, which is a biblical commandment that the fire shall never be extinguished. Because as the story with the Baal Shem Tov goes, that once he was walking with his Chassidim, and they walked by, and in Mezhe Bush, when it became icy, it stayed icy for the whole winter. And there was a big chunk of ice, and someone had carved out something negative in the ice. And the Baal Shem Tov showed it to his Chassidim, and he said like this: when it's ice, then you can carve out negativity. But when it's fire, when it's passion for God, when you're not cold, when you're not apathetic, when you're not indifferent to your Judaism, to your Jewish brothers and sisters here in America or in Israel, then that's when the altar is on fire, is the potential of continuity for Judaism. But Rabbi Yitzchak Berditchev, the holy master, defender of the Jews, says something else. He takes us a step further. He says, Eish Tamid Tukad al Mizbeach. You need a constant fire on the altar, but how do you get it? He puts a comma there. And he says, Lo, the no, Tichba, you have to extinguish. You have to get rid of negativity. Because ultimately, when a Jew is negative, when a person is negative, he's not able to serve God, he's not able to have passion. Hey, it's good to see you. I'm doing a Facebook Live. I'll call you. When a person is negative, when a person doesn't have that positivity, that love, then he's not able to be passionate. So, Eish Tamid Tukad al Mizbeach. Don't let that negativity take you over. Don't be down. Don't be despondent. Be positive. And when you're positive, then you're able to have a passion, a fire of love towards God, towards Judaism, towards our brothers and sisters in Israel. You think about what's going on since October 7th, and you think about the passion that the Jewish people have showed for each other, the love. Till October 7th, everyone was focusing on the negativity, on the crisis, on the challenges. But now we realize that if we want to have passionate young Jews who are going to be inspired to fight for Israel, to fight for Judaism, we need to get rid of the negativity. We need to look at the positive, at the love, at the warmth. So may God give us that our fire should never be extinguished, that our heart should always be on fire with love for God and Judaism. And the only thing we should extinguish is the negativity in our hearts and in our communities towards our fellow brothers and sisters. God bless you. Have a great day.